Hello guys, I'm not going to do a 10-second intro today. Um, I know it's. I just want to get straight to it. Today I'm going to be doing a review of my DVD collection as it has expanded. Yes, you heard me correctly. I have had a couple of more DVDs. Which Doctor Who spin-offs. So let's take a look, and yeah, let's just take a look, shall we? So, Keys of Marinus, the Aztecs Special Edition, the Sensorites, the Reign of Terror, Planet of Giants, the Dalek Invasion of Earth, the Web Planet, the Crusade, the Time Meddler, the Ark, the War Machines Fantastic Story, the 10th Planet, the Underwater Menace, haven't watched that just yet, the Moon Base, the Enemy of the World, the Web of Fear, the Ice Warriors, the Dominators, the Mind Robber, the Invasion, fantastic story, the Crotons, and the War Games for that shelf. Out of the top shelf, half the story's pretty good. As I was going to say at the start, I'll be talking a little bit about them, but I actually got straight to it. Anyway, yeah, Keys of Marinus, good story. I think this contains one episode of Marco Polo. I've got that on Target book format, so yes. Planet of Giants, another good one. Reign of Terror, Dalek Invasion of Earth. I'm more of a. I'm not keen on Susan. I prefer Vicky. Anyway, moving down. Here comes John Pertwee, one of my favourite doctors, as well as Patrick Troughton. So we have The Ambassadors of Death, Inferno Special Edition, The Mind of Evil, The Claws of Axos Special Edition, The Colony in Space, The Daemons, The Other Daleks, The Mutants, The Green Death, Death to the Daleks, Planet of Spiders, another brilliant story, Robot, brilliant opener for Tom Baker, The Ark in Space, transferred to DVD from VHS, Genesis of the Daleks was the #1 story ever, don't think it is anymore, Revenge of the Cybermen, Terror of the Zygons, Planet of Evil, The Pyramids of Mars, The Brain of Morbius, The Seeds of Doom, Massacre of Mandragora, and The Hand of Fear series last story, or Elizabeth Sladen's last story. Again, the best stories from the third Doctor's run on the shelf here have to be Ambassador's Death, Inferno, The Mind of Evil, The Daemons, not too sure of the Daleks, Death to the Daleks, The Green Death, and Planet of Spiders. They're all brilliant stories on that side. Tom Baker's run, he's one of my favourite Doctors, so again, it's hard to choose. Robot isn't a good story, good opener for Tom. Genesis of the Daleks, first meet Davros, again that's a good opener. Revenge of the Cybermen's a good opener as well, as we see a good story from, well, the first time you actually see the Cybermen since Patrick Troughton's run. Tell the Zygons is another fantastic story, and so is Pyramid of Mars. Seeds of Doom's another fantastic story, and the Massacre of Mandragora. A Hand of Fear, I don't know about the Hand of Fear, it's just something about it that just gets me. I'm not too sure of the Hand of Fear. So yeah, Moving down, we're still on Tom Baker's run. Deadly Assassin, The Face of Evil. Oh, The Deadly Assassin is the only classic story to have no companion in it. Horror of Fang Rock, The Invisible Enemy, The Image of Fendal, The Sunmakers, Destiny of the Daleks, The City of Death, The Creature from the Pit, A Nightmare of Eden, The Leisure Hive, and Meglos. Peter Davison's era, we got Fourth to Doomsday, Black Orchid, The Visitation, a special edition, Earthshock, The Five Doctors Anniversary Special, Frontios DVD file, but does have the format for these ones, The Twin Dilemma, Attack of the Cybermen, French and Virus, and Mark of the Rani. Again, hold on guys, just bear with me, I have moved away. That's because the music in the background is gone. Anyway, carrying on. So, good stories from this shelf. Horror of Fang Rock, City of Death, Nightmare of Eden's a good one. Leisure Hive, I actually like that story. I'm not too keen on Tom Baker's run. The Leisure Hive and Logopolis is just the only two favourites for season 18. Meglos, again, not a good one at all. Fort of Doomsday, it's a good starter, not best. Black Orchid, now that's a fantastic story. If you love Peter Davison, then you'd love that story. I love that story. I'm not a big Peter Davison fan actually, so Black Orchid and The Visitation for me, two fantastic stories. Earthshock is a bit upsetting on the last episode of that. The spoiler, Adric sort of dies. Five Doctors. If anybody hasn't got this, well, I don't know what the hell you're doing sitting on your bums watching me. You need to go and get that story and watch it. Frontios, not good story at all. Just leave that. No one knows what that is. I don't like that story, and I don't think half the Doctor Who fan base does either. Attack of the Cybermen, that was a good story. French and Virus, no. Mark Lani, yeah. I'm not a Colin Baker fan, I must say. Colin Baker has to be the worst classic Doctor, in my opinion. Yes, he is pretty good in Big Finish format, but while he did the Doctor Who on TV, there's just something about him that I don't like. Right, moving on to the last shelf of here. Timelash. Revelation of the Daleks. A Time in the Rani. Paradise Towers. Delta and the Bannerman. Remembrance of the Daleks Special Edition. Silver Nemesis. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Battlefield. Ghostlight. The Curse of Fenwick. Doctor Who The Survival, Last Adventure. Lost in Time box set. The Scream of the Shackler. Doctor Who A Christmas Carol, I got that because it's got the 2010 proms on it. Canine and Company. Downtime. My most recent one, Damon's Rising, and the beginning box set. So on this shelf, the best stories are Timelash. I can't really remember what happens in Timelash. Revelation of the Daleks, I don't like. The voice of the Daleks ain't that good. Tam Namani. I like it. It's got a downside to it. Paradise Tower is not a very good one. Delta and the Bannerman, fantastic story. Remembrance of the Daleks, again a fantastic story. Silver Nemesis, another fantastic story. Greatest Show in the Galaxy, fantastic story. I love Sylvester McCoy's era. Battlefield, last time we see the Brigadier in Doctor Who, until he came back on the Sarah Jane Adventures. Ghostlight. Confusing but good story. The Curse of Fenric. It's a good story. It's got its ups and downs. Survival. Fantastic story to end with the Master. So yeah. Lost in Time. Good. Well, the stories on that are brilliant. Dalek's Master Plan. The Celestial Toymaker. The Moon Base. Even though we have got the Moon Base. The Underwater Menace we've also got. Evil of Daleks. Good story. Hopefully they find that. Wheel in Space. And the Space Pirates. Scream the Shackler. Do not like. Hate it. Sorry to say. The Christmas Carol is a good story for the 11th Doctor. But like I said, I got this just for the 2010 proms. Because for some reason they don't have it in the box set. I like the proms, I have to admit. 2008, 2010 and 2013 proms. All three of them were brilliant. K&N and Company. It's not that bad, it's not good. Downchime. It's pretty good. Demons Rising. Haven't seen it. The Beginning box set and The Unearthly Child. The Daleks and The Edge of Destruction. 3 fantastic stories. Shame that Marco Polo is missing because you sort of see at the end of The Edge of Destruction, you see him going outside into the cold. Anyway, moving on to the box sets. Above here, we have the East Base, New Beginnings, Black Guardian, Bred for War, Trial of a Time Lord, and the brilliant Key to Time. So, East Base Trilogy. Not much I can say about this. Not keen on it. State of Decay is the only sort of one I like from that. Was it Terrence Dicks that wrote that, I think, anyway, wasn't it? But yeah, it's not the best story in the world. New Beginnings box set, not to confuse you with the Beginnings box set. This is where we see the end of Tom Baker's run, going into Peter Davidson's run. Logopolis, Castrovalva were brilliant stories. Couldn't agree more. Brilliant regeneration story. So yes, like I say, Forge of Doomsday is another good opener after Castrovalva. Again, keep of track, and it's got its ups and downs. The Black Guardian Trilogy, Mordrin Undead, Terminus Enlightenment, and Enlightenment Special Edition. Again, for some reason, this reminds me of, I know the Key to Time had the White Guardian, and we saw the Black Guardian at the end of it, but it's sort of, it reminds me of a little run up from that, to be honest. 3 good stories. I love Turlo. Not many people like Turlo, but I do. Big mouthy Tegan I don't like. Oh, Tegan Joanka. This is quite good as well. Anyway, carrying on. Bred for War, the Centurion Collection. I think this came out late 2008 after they heard, or was it early 2008? After they heard that the Centaurs are coming back, so they created a box set for us all. If I remember correctly, there's 2 sleeve type of DVDs for the 2 Doctors, as they got rid of one of them, as sadly Jimmy Savile did that thing with the Centaurs. Anyway, moving on. There's 2 good stories in this, or 3 good stories in this. The Time Warrior, Centauran Experiment, and the 2 Doctors. I do not like the bloody Centaurans in the Invasion of Time, and the 2 Doctors. They just look like, I don't know, they don't look prop. I don't know. They've ruined them basically. They just ruined them. Trial of a Time Lord. I've watched 2 episodes of this, and that's about it, or 2 stories. Again, this box is very much damaged because I bought it second hand. You cheap and nasty bugger. Anyway, yeah. A Trial of a Time Lord. Yeah, interesting. Today from Big Finish Productions, I got Trial of the Valeyard, which is which is him there basically. Moving on. The Key to Time. I possess the key to time. Anyway, fantastic stories, all of them. Mary Tam is fantastic. She's a brilliant role. Yeah, it's a shame she didn't do a second series with Tom Baker, but it was her choice to leave, isn't it? Nobody could make her stay. Carrying on, move my sonic screwdriver out of the way. Rest of me box sets, so let's go through them all. So, first, The Rescuing the Romans. 2 good stories. Lovely little introduction to Vicky. Good stories, not very much a long story, it's just 2 stories, 2 episodes I think, for the rescue, is it? So yeah, good story. Space we see in the chase, 2 fantastic William Hartnell stories. It's a shame that they didn't make a film on the chase. That would have been a fantastic story for Peter Cushing to make, wouldn't it? Again, Earth story, basically have nothing in common. I don't know what the hell this box set was for. The Gunfighters and The Awakening. The Awakening it's a good story. Gunfighters, terrible. I'm so sorry. I don't like Dodo. Don't know who came up with her character actually, but I just don't like her. I don't like half the first Doctor's companions. I only like Ian, Barbara, Vicky, and I've forgotten their names. Right at the end, what are the names? Polly, is it Polly? And I've forgotten his name. Who did Polly travel with? Stick it in the comments below, and I'll have a look. Doctor Who, Paladin Tales. The first story's good. Curse of Paladin. Monster of Paladin's not too good. Nice to see the Ice Warriors. Shame we didn't see the 4th Doctor of the Ice Warriors, and it's basically the last time we see the Ice Warriors until they were going to bring them back in the 90s. That didn't go well. Revisitations 1, 2 and 3. They are fantastic stories in this box set. Revisitations 1 we'll go through first. So, Revisitations 1 contains The Towns of Wayne-Chiang, The Caves of Androzani, and Doctor Who the movie. 3 fantastic stories, but out of those 2, Towns of Wayne-Chiang and Doctor Who the movie are mine. I'm not too keen on The Caves of Androzani. I know many people like it, but I don't know, there's something different about it, I'm not too sure. Revisitations 2, The Seeds of Death, fantastic story. Carnival of Monsters, a fun story, but not brilliant. It's nice that we have an introduction after the 3 Doctors, and then Resurrection of the Daleks. I love the Daleks in this story. They sort of went down a hill after this, with Colin Baker, and then they went back uphill with Sylvester McCoy. Revisitations 3, Tomb of the Cybermen. Who doesn't like Tomb of the Cybermen? Everybody likes Tomb of the Cybermen. Even Matt Smith likes Tomb of the Cybermen. The 3 Doctors, fantastic story, and The Robots of Death, my favourite Tom Baker story. Myths and Legends box set, The Time Monster. Can't remember much about that. Underworld, again, can't remember much about that. The Horns of Nimon. Same again, I can't remember much about that either. Beneath the Surface. Doctor Who and the Silurians, fantastic opener to the Silurians. A shame we didn't see the Silurians with or did they join? Yeah, they did join. Actually, sorry about that. I'm losing my memory now. Yeah. Anyway, carrying on. The Sea Devils, fantastic story, and Warriors of the Deep was a good story, but it lacked a bit of, I don't know, it lacked something about it. Moving on. Move my James Bond perfume out of the way. Unit Files. The Invasion of Dinosaurs, brilliant story, apart from the dinosaurs, as everybody knows. The Android Invasion, good story. Nice to see Sarah Jane turn into an android. Android Invasion reminds me, well, it reminds me of the first part of the Android Zatara. I don't know why. Ace Adventures, again, two fantastic stories. Like I say before, Sylvester McCoy is a fantastic Doctor. And right at the end, we've got 30 years of time travel and beyond. So basically 30 years with the Doctor. Right. Moving up and put my classic DVD back. Hold on, guys. You can see my face now. Yeah, again, let's have a look. Sorry about that, my phone fell over then as well as I was trying to put it down. Time Flight, Arc of Infinity. Let's not talk about Time Flight because nobody likes it. Arc of Infinity, not a bad story. Not the best story. Great opener, but nah, just like something about it. Comedian Tales, King's Demons and Planet of Fire Special Edition. I don't know that bad, to be honest. They were interesting stories. I can't remember much about them. Mara Tales, Kinder's a very good one. Snake Dance, I don't like the sequel to it. It's not that good. I don't know where they were going with this, but nah, it didn't work out with it. Not in my opinion. It was a good story, but it's just lacked something about it. Mannequin Mania box set. Now this is fantastic. Two fantastic stories. Spares Me Space. Brilliant. A brilliant story for the third Doctor. Shame we didn't get any more of the Autons. I'd love to see Tom Baker with them. Anyway, two brilliant stories of that. The Legacy Collection, Shada, and More Than 30 Years in the TARDIS. Shada, as we know, is a lost story. It's a great story. Many people wanted it wanted it as a book, and they got it as a book, as well as City of Death and the Wheel of Ice, or is it Wheel of Space? I don't know what they call it in book form. Anyway, moving on. Dalek War box set. The best Dalek story for the third Doctor by far. We have the Supreme in the middle there, the angry one, and two scientific Daleks on the side. Draconians, fantastic, loved the monsters, even John Pertwee loved them. I think it was the Draconians and the Ogrons that John Pertwee liked, was it? He wasn't very keen on the Daleks for some reason. To be honest, I wouldn't be very keen on the Daleks because you wouldn't know where to put yourself in the acting part, because you don't know where they're actually looking at. You do know they're from the eye stalk, but it's got to be a bit hard, eh? Now, moving on to the new series. Yes, the new series. The complete first series. Christopher Eccleston's run. He's a fantastic Doctor. Fantastic. Yeah, good. Couple of good stories on this one. I say a couple. Half of them are. Shame we didn't do a second run. He reminds me of Paul McGann for some reason. I don't know why. I know Paul McGann did 1996. He did 2005, but why did John Hurt have to come in the middle, eh? Why did we get another Doctor? I know he's good in Day of the Doctor, but why the hell did we get another Doctor? I know the Ninth Doctor wasn't in Day of the Doctor, but it would have been nice to see Paul McGann instead of John Hurt. Anyway, moving on. The complete second season. Couple of good stories there. The only worst story for me is Love and Monsters. Nobody loves Love and Monsters. Yeah. Rose Tyler also got a bit of nuisance for me. I couldn't wait till she left. And in Doomsday, she did finally leave. And then we got Martha Jones. I do like Martha Jones. Not many people like her. I quite like her. I do like My Own Companions, I'm sorry to say. She sort of was trying to get the Doctor to like her, but he kept ignoring her and started talking about Rose. Fourth Doctor, sorry. Again, a bit of an outtake there. The fourth series, Catherine Tate. Nobody could beat Catherine Tate. She was brilliant for the 10th Doctor. She was so brilliant that in fact they brought her back for Big Finish with the 10th Doctor. Haven't listened to them yet. I might soon. But yes, fantastic stories in there. Love it. Dreamland, I count this as canon. And also I count it as part of the specials. I'm sorry, but I don't like the Infinite Quest or whatever it's called. Couldn't stand it. Hated it. But I adore this. We get robots in it, or droids, that are in the Sarah Jane Adventures, so I thought that's why I count it as canon. But, I don't like the other ones. The complete specials carry on from the fourth series. A couple of good specials there. The best one has to be Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, and basically the two the regeneration special. I've forgotten what it's called. The End of Time. There we go. Complete fifth series. I don't know, to be honest. I do like it. A lot of good stories in that one. Moffat's best series, and then after that it went downhill. Complete six series. Let's just forget that ever happened. Complete Series 7 Part 1. Not bad, to be honest. Series 7 Part 2. This is the year I literally kind of got into Doctor Who again after Series 5. Yeah. I started to like Matt Smith after since Series 5. I just didn't know what to make of him, but Series 7 Part 2, he got brilliant. I don't know if it's the costume as well as he changed it a little bit, but yeah. Good, so yeah, for Matt Smith's run, not bad. Worse, in my opinion, to be honest. The only stories I like is the 5th series and Series 7 Part 2. David Tennant's run, all of it. I adore David Tennant. He is my Doctor for growing up. I can't really remember much of Chris, but yeah. 55th Anniversary Collector's Edition, Name of the Doctor, The Day of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor, and The Night of the Doctor, from 2013. The 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition reminds me of the Complete Specials for some reason. I don't know why. And behind that we have Peter Capaldi, my second modern favourite Doctor. Complete 8th series wasn't his best. There were a few downfalls in that, but yeah, again, I'm not sure. Oops. The complete 9th series, again, I do love this. 9th series was the best Capaldi since season 8. I don't know what about season 10 though. Yeah. Up to the River Song story, that got a bit rubbish. Heaven Sent I don't like. Hellbent I do sort of like. Gonna get a lot of criticism for that. Sorry guys. moving on. Doctor Who Lost in Time. Basically documentary and interviewing all the Doctors, or half of them actually. Peter Cushing, Doctor Who and the Daleks, and Dalek Invasion of Earth. Everybody loves it actually. I don't know who I've met. Well, I've hardly met anybody anyway, but I've met nobody that doesn't like this. Everybody loves it. John Barrowman at the Royal Albert Hall. I only bought that because of one song, The Doctor and I. Again, it's a nice little thing to have, isn't it? Royal Albert Hall, proms, Torchwood, Series 1, fantastic, I love it. I need to get a couple of Big Finish audios because I've only got one BBC audio, and I didn't really like that, but I've been told that the Big Finish audios are brilliant. I've been watching reviews on Epic Who, and well, they like it, so I might like it. Complete Second Series, fantastic again. Children of Earth, brilliant. Miracle Day, I'm not sure, I don't like this, I'm sorry, but leaving Cardiff and going to America, not the best, is it? Not the best. I missed the hub after that. It would be nice if they rebuilt it after Children of Earth, but no. Right, the Sarah Jane Adventures, complete first series. Loved it. I grew up with Sarah Jane Adventures. So did half of us, I think. Second series, loved it. Third series, loved it. Fourth series, loved it. I haven't got the fifth series, but I think the fifth series was a bit downhill. We got introduced to a new person. Also behind this is Serenity and Firefly. I also love that series as well. But yes, this is my Doctor Who update review. Hope you've enjoyed. I certainly have. And hopefully soon I'll be doing some Big Finish reviews. Yes. As you see there, I have new classic Doctors, New Monsters, Volume 1. Volume 1? Are they going to make more? I hope so. Anyway, yeah. I have some coming in the post. So there's going to be a couple of more audios till I do them. So stay tuned for that. Hope you've enjoyed this. Also added to my collection before I leave you, I got my first Staple figure. Yes. I'm also getting a Dalek. I've bought it today. It's coming from eBay. £15, boxed, brilliant condition. So I'm sorry, but if you guys think that's steep, then yes, it is steep. But I really wanted one because I got Dalek Enterprise. Talking Enterprise Dalek, in other words. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed. Kill, kill, kill.